So no object in the world says, I'm a me, I'm a self. Okay. Now that's very obvious with what we call gross objects, like tables and chairs. A table and chair doesn't say to you, I'm Sebastian, because they're tables and chairs, of course. So there's no problem there with the gross objects in the world. With the subtle objects, you can hear me, can't you, Sebastian? You didn't just put your headphones in. You're not listening to Led Zeppelin or something now, are you?
No, I just thought I'd hear you.
Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, that was just a joke, doesn't matter.
You can hear me, can you?
Oh, now I can, yes. Yeah.
Good, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I thought, how rude. He just said something, and now he's thought, okay.
No. I thought I could hear you better with the headphones in, but yeah, I suppose it is.
So wait a second. Let me just finish the point about what happens is that we don't mistake ourselves for a gross object, such as tables, chairs, cars, that we all know are external to the body. But then we think of ourselves as being a separate entity. There's nothing in none of that's anything we think of as being ourselves. None of it says that, hey, that's me. So our hand, in the same way a table doesn't say, hey, my name's Sebastian, the hand doesn't say, I'm Sebastian. And same with all the gross parts of our body, parts of our gross body, I should say. The only thing that says I'm a me is thought. The mind can conceive. A hand can't conceive. A table can't conceive. They can't think. It's only the mind or thinking that says, here's a me. Right? So if you could just get rid of all thought, there would be no sense of me. There would still be a body. There would still be functioning. But without thought, there is no sense of me. All the feelings and sensations might still be the same. Yeah? But there's not going to be a concept of a me, because thinking is necessary for concepts. Thinking and concepts are the same thing. Thought is the medium for concepts, right? So one way to see through this is to deliberately slow the mind down, calm down the mind, expose the mind to these teachings, and then calm the mind down with those teachings somewhere in it. Now, what happens then when the thoughts are not there? There can be a moment of realization, because you've heard the teachings, and the teachings are kind of in you, a sort of a part of you. They've been drummed into you through repetition because you've been thinking about them. And when it's seen there's no one there, all those teachings, oh yeah, that's true. I used to get this when I was reading spiritual books sometimes. I'd read something. I used to get it when I was reading J. Krishnamurti a lot. I'd read something, I didn't have a clue what he's talking about. And then maybe 2 months later, I'll be doing something completely different. And then I remember, oh yeah, that's what he said. That's so true. So just by calming the mind down, doing what you need to do to remove thoughts, to calm thoughts down. Now, of course, we need thinking in our daily life, but I'm talking about as much as you possibly can in a practical way. Now, the ways of calming the mind down, one of the most practical ways of doing that is because the mind likes to be active out of habit, is by giving it something else to do. And traditionally, that's things like a mantra, chanting a mantra, thinking about an image. So this is why we have images of gods and goddesses. You think about that. You put your attention towards an idol, an image of a god or the divine, an image that you think is divine for you. And you chant God's name or a mantra. Now, I recommend one of the simplest things to do is use a picture or a photo of Ramana and chant Ramana's name. Put the photo in front of you, you look at him, allow his loving gaze to infiltrate into you and feel love for him. And focus your attention on his name and form and chant his name. Ramana. You're using your vision. You're seeing him. He's an embodiment of the divine. You're chanting Ramana, 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 Ramana. You haven't got space for much else. And so the mind is being distracted. And it's being focused on something else. And it's focused on something positive and pure. So it raises your vibrational frequency. And then you feel you get your emotions involved, or you allow yourself to feel love or feel whatever you're feeling. This takes you out of yourself. Because love is our true nature, because actually Ramana is our true nature. Anything we genuinely conceive of as God is our true nature. We bring ourselves home. Ramana, Ramana, Ramana. Or find a practice that you enjoy. If that doesn't work for you. Or find a picture or an image or an idol that you relate more to. The Hindu Pantheon, there's so many different gods and goddesses. There's one for everyone. That's the idea behind it all. Like the Catholic saints. Jesus, Mary, all the saints. You choose, it doesn't matter. They're all manifestations of God. In India, there's a tradition where we worship very young children, babies being gods. We say the baby's Bhagwan. Bhagwan. In Bengali, Bhagwan means God. Or young baby, and we worship them. When they get older, they get a bit more annoying. So I think that's why we don't worship them when they're a bit older. I don't know. You can worship everyone around you as an embodiment of the divine. The people you love, the people you hate, that's truth. They are the embodiment of the divine. This reduces your thoughts, increases your positive feeling. This is good for you. And then it purifies you. And then as the thoughts go down, when you get those real times of peace, allow yourself to feel that peace. Allow that peace to extend. Yeah. Think of those as special times. Sometimes, I remember for me, sometimes I'll be like walking through the house and suddenly I feel the peace. I would just stop in the house and say, oh, I feel that peace. I'm not going to just walk on and get on with my day. I'm going to stop. My wife would probably walk past me and like, what the hell is Tom doing just standing in the corridor? I didn't care. So I can see Lisa just asked the question about self-inquiry. So when these times of peace come, just allow yourself to be in that peaceful place. Now, if you've heard the teachings are primarily about identity, what you are. So self-inquiry will naturally start to arise. Or if it doesn't, you can gently stoke it.